Okay, this is part two of the Watch an Opera project. My first video, I recorded my reaction to watching Madama Butterfly, and this time I'll be recording my reaction to watching La Boheme. I wanted to watch this opera because this is an opera I'd actually seen a couple of years ago in um, in Rome, and so I wanted to be able to compare the Met performance in 2018 to the one I had also seen in 2018, but in Italy. And it was very cool to see the different adaptations that the different directors took on it. And I thought it was very interesting actually because when I saw the performance in Italy, it took on more of the modern take, almost exactly like Rent, and how Mimi is a prostitute and like musicians and the apartment buildings and stuff like that. So they definitely took on that modern spin. And so I think it was easier to understand almost just because obviously it was almost exactly like Rent. But watching the version from the Met Opera in New York, I thought it was very cool the different adaptation they took about Mimi being a seamstress and the other character being a poet, and kind of telling the story that way in more of a old-timey type of thing, I guess. But overall, this is definitely an opera that I would watch again. I really enjoyed the emotion that the principals, that's the word I'm looking for, that the principals put into the performance. Obviously, this opera does have quite a few characters, a lot more principals than, for example, like Madama Butterfly that only has 3 or 4. And so, even though there is a lot of principals and a lot of like actors in general, I thought it was very cool that they were able to keep the flow of the musical going, or not musical, opera, and I thought it was very cool to kind of compare and contrast the differences, although they were in the same year, but they were in the different countries, and completely different adaptations of it. So I think it's very cool that the same show can be seen in many different ways, and I was just happy to be able to have the opportunity to see both. So, yep.